Good morning and welcome to Warrior Wisdom Wednesday on Coffee with Alain. Hope everybody's week is going well. We have a huge storm going on here in Missoula. The storm alert from last night and goes through this evening. High winds. I told everybody, prepare for high winds, prepare for power outages that can happen with these high winds. It's warm enough that it's raining out there. Pretty good rain. If it was colder, it'd be heck of a snowstorm. But we've had this unusual weather. We have no snow left. We've been having rain, 50-degree temperatures, and now today we got a storm with high winds. It's just sort of crazy. But we're going to talk a little bit about some warrior wisdom today. Before we do that, I want you to get your jingle on. That's the cup I'm drinking out of today. I left the lid on just so you can see the whole cup there with Bugs Bunny's Christmas hat on, and get your jingle on. That's what I'm drinking out of. That's what I want you to do. I want you to get your jingle on and enjoy the holiday season. And I want you to be here tomorrow. Got this brand new book, Aspire, Achieve What Smart Goals Can't by Nick Hughes. Going to have Nick on the show tomorrow. We're going to talk about this book and achieving things. Not setting goals, but achieving goals, and why Nick does not like the SMART goals that you've read about in a bazillion self-help books and articles, right? He doesn't like SMART goals, and he's going to tell you why. And he wrote this book to help people achieve things. We're going to talk about that tomorrow because a lot of people are getting ready and setting some goals or some plans. I like plans better than goals. New Year's resolutions, whatever you want to call them. People are doing that right now. And Nick will have some advice on making sure you achieve what you want to achieve in 2026. So don't miss that interview tomorrow. Today, I wanted to do a short little thing talking about martial arts before I head off to physical therapist. Be my last meeting today with her because holidays and such. Won't be back with her until January next year. And we'll be still going to physical therapy for a long time. But if you can see, I actually can move my wrist a tiny bit now. That's way more than I could move it in October, November. So it's getting there. But let's talk a little bit about martial arts for this Warrior Wisdom Wednesday. This was a post that I posted a few days ago that sort of people liked. There were between 500 and 600 likes, way over 200 shares. So, people sort of like this, and I think it's important. And the quote that I posted, martial arts are not about being the strongest in the room. They're about training your body to move with purpose, your mind to stay calm, and your spirit to never quit. And that does sum up a lot of what we do in martial arts. And that's why I differentiate martial arts from just self-defense training. You can learn some basics to defend yourself. And if you have the proper mindset for defending yourself, that will take you a long way in protecting yourself and practical self-defense. If you want to become a martial artist and learn an art, there's more to it than just the physical skills that you can learn. And that's mental such. And some of that is training our body, not just to defend ourselves, but to do certain things that incorporate balance, strength, agility. Depending on where you are in your journey, that will be different as well. Young athlete might be doing things that are going to be different from when we start getting older and maybe can't or don't do those things any longer. We train for different purposes, but we want to train our body to move with purpose. So we're not just flailing about, we're intentional in what our body is doing. We train our bodies to do that. We train our mind to remain calm under stress. And that incorporates breathing, incorporates things to keep our mind calm. And martial artists learn that you don't quit. training in a martial art to go up through the ranks and achieve black belt takes discipline and determination. It takes being able to go through some pain, go through some boredom. I mean, it's like I remember, in Korea, we were doing a simple little strike with the Dan Bong and learning to get the wrist into the strike, and using your fingers and your wrist into the strike. And, instructor is saying, okay, with your right hand, ibek bone. And then he looked at me, Mr. Alain, 200. So just 200 of that simple little strike with the right hand, 200 with the other hand. And then we switch to something else. We do 200 doing it at a different angle. And just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of repetitions can be boring, right? To some folks. To a martial artist, we don't quit. It's part of the training. The pain that comes with training, we don't quit. The time it takes to achieve, it's not that instant gratification that people want nowadays. It shouldn't be anyway. It takes some time. It takes some hours. It takes that mat time. We don't quit. So a lot of things can be gained through martial arts. It's not just about being the best, the strongest, the one with the most medals or awards. It's about that personal development. And that is why everyone, and I mean everyone, can benefit through martial art training, even if you're not the strongest, you're not the best, you're not winning medals or awards if you're in an art that competes. Everyone can gain and improve, because that's what it really is, improving yourself. And that's why I differentiate martial artists and self-defense. And I teach both, but I'm very clear when I'm teaching, this is for self-defense. It's practical, boom, bang. You do, but when I'm teaching martial arts, I might teach something that I say, you wouldn't necessarily ever do this on the street. This is not practical for fighting, but here's what it's good for. Developing the mind, developing body, balance, agility, and so forth. And so there is a difference between the two. I saddle on both things depending on which group of people I'm teaching. And I hope that helps you that are martial artists understand some of what we're doing. I want to say a couple hellos, and then I really do need to get out of here and get to my physical therapy and such. I want to say good morning to Thad. Thad's here and said good morning. Thank you, Thad. I appreciate that. Richard's here. Richard said, happy Wednesday. Best wishes for your wrist. Thank you, Richard. It's getting better slowly, but it does seem to be getting better. Appreciate you being here. Dixon's here. Dixon said, thank goodness you didn't mention global warming, climate change, or whatever. It's just plain weather. Like it or lump it. By the way, congratulations on the wiggly wrist capabilities. It's getting there. Yep. Robert is here. Robert said, good morning, Alan, Richard, Thad, and Dixon. So thank you, Robert, for being here. Robert said good morning to everybody that's here. Appreciate that, Robert. Appreciate all of you saying hello. Appreciate everybody that watches later on a replay, or those of you listening at the podcast, whether it's on enjoylifesafely.com, Apple, Spotify, wherever. All of you listening, all of you watching, do me a favor. Let others know. Let's grow this community. Let's get other people to enjoy life safely and enjoy Coffee with Alan. Learn a little bit each day. Check out enjoylifesafely.com. If you're not on that newsletter, get on the newsletter. Lots of good stuff going out every week. Check out the Self-Defense Essentials course. It's only at that special early bird price for a little bit while longer. January 1st, the price goes up. Get it now. You'll be locked in with all the future lessons that are added as well. I mean, there's 100 lessons right now. It'll keep you busy. Lots to learn, lots to train, lots to practice. But I will be adding more and more and more to that course, and it will be growing, and you will lock in the price and get all those additions, no extra. So get it now while it's available. Give it to someone else. You can hit the little thing, give as a gift, put that person's email in, put when you want them to receive the gift. You want them to get it on Christmas Day? Put Christmas Day. They'll get the email and be able to start their account on Christmas Day. So you can do that. If birthday's coming up, have it show up on their birthday. You can do any of that. You know, it's all there, very simple to do. You can learn more about the course. It has all the module descriptions and everything at the page. So check that out. Go out, make it a wisdom-filled Wednesday. Be here tomorrow to discuss this book with the author, Nick Hughes. We'll see you then.